customers come to me and they tell me what kind of guitar they want, what kind of playing they do, what kind of sound they want, and everything's handcrafted here in my shop. I don't buy anything or import any parts. Everything's handcrafted by me. Yeah, so my shop is located in a pretty unique environment. I'm up at over 9,200 foot elevation in Colorado, so you hear people talk about Denver being the mile-high city. We're getting closer to 2 miles up here. So I started building guitars in my basement, and I slowly accumulated more and more power tools, more and more hand tools, needed more and more bench space to build these guitars. And the first thing that came to mind were the barns, because barns are big, wide open areas. They got a lot of high ceilings, so if you're dealing with wood that's 8 foot, 10 foot long, you can deal with it. Timber frame structures always appealed to me, because obviously as a woodworker, I like to see wood, I like the smell of wood and so on. It's got a certain ambiance to it. And there's several companies that do the timber frame barns, but Sand Creek was the one that I liked the best because of the size of the large rough cut timbers they're using. And then plus I could give them my design. I designed the space I have here for my shop, so I knew the kind of space I wanted, and they took my plans and kind of made it a reality. To me, the environment, your shop environment, is important as far as the products you produce. That's why I like the wood structure here. You kind of get into a certain frame of mind when you're in these kind of structures. It kind of, I guess there's some romance to it, and that lends itself nicely to the work you do building guitars, where I can look out the windows, see trees and so on. I think it's good for the artistic aspects of the craft. So one of the advantages I found is going with a kit like this is that they could build the kit, have their crew come up and construct it. But the kit, I had it just basically be the shell of the building, so that I could then on my own build all the interior walls, run all my electrical and so on. So I had that ability and that cost savings to be able to do a lot of that work myself. The nice thing about the timber frame structures too is that it's very flexible. So your posts are all holding up the structure, and you can put walls wherever you want. So that's why I like the idea of these big open barns, because I could subdivide it into those kind of rooms that I need, and the rooms can be nice and large, which is important with equipment. Well, the company definitely stands behind their product, and that was important to me. When you're doing a project this size, in an environment as rugged as mine up here, there's going to be issues. And all the issues that came up for me, the company stood behind it 100%, no questions asked. And that was the most important thing to me. Another advantage I found with just the timber frame structures is that you have the ability to wrap the entire outside of the structure in insulation, and that's what we did here, because the energy efficiency is important up here because of the severe climate.